Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and my name is Imran Han bin Khairul Anwar, and my student ID is MDB22111094, and today we'll be discussing question A. What is inflation and how to calculate it? Inflation is a continuous, sustained increase in the aggregate price level goods and service in an economy. Furthermore, inflation implies that there is an increase in the cost of living that will affect the purchasing power of a consumer. It is a situation where there's a lot of money used for just a few goods. However, when inflation is high, the value of money will be lower. To support this statement, there is a loss of the value of a currency because the consumer's money will not buy as much today as it could yesterday. Okay, now we are going to calculate the inflation rate. As we can see, there's a data of Malaysia inflation rate where 2020 the inflation rate is negative 1.14%, and the year 2021 2.48%, and 2022 is 3.38%. Okay, how to calculate the inflation rate? The formula is like this: CPI current year minus the CPI previous year divided by the CPI previous year multiplied by 100%. For example, I'm going to use the CPI of 2021 and 2022. So it will become like this: 127.20 minus 123.10 divided by 123.10 multiplied by 100%, and we will get 3.33%.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Wan Muhammad Daniel Zarfan, MDB 2211048 from class DBS 3D. Today I'm going to be explaining about one of the type and cause of the inflation, called profit push inflation. Profit push inflation is a type of inflation that occurs when businesses raises the price in order to increase their profit margins. This can happen when firms experience increased costs such as higher labor or production expenses, and they pass those increased costs on to consumers by raising their price of the goods and services. Essentially, profit push inflation is driven by businesses seeking to protect or enhance their profitability by charging more for what they offer. This can contribute to a general increase in prices throughout the economy, leading to inflation.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmad Haris Akmal. My ID number is MDB2211072. Today, I want to talk about imported inflation. What is imported inflation, you may ask? So, imported inflation is a general sustainable price increase due to an increase in cost of imported products. Simply say, most of the raw material and all imported products are increased in price and used by companies in a country. For example, I will move to the next slide. So, for example, let's take example of a French company that manufacture cotton clothing. To be able to manufacture this garment, the company must buy cotton from abroad, as France is not a cotton producer. It therefore imports cotton paying with euros. If the value of the euro falls against the currency of the cotton exporting country, it must pay more euros to obtain supplies. To keep its margins, the company then decides to increase the selling price of its clothing in France. This is then imported inflation, as the selling price of clothing sold in France have increased due to an increase in production costs.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hafiz Izzuddin bin Zamri. My ID number is MDB22111090. Today, I want to talk about one example how inflation impacts on the cost of living in Malaysia. Inflation affects individuals differently, and while most people sense that the cost of living is rising annually, the impact can vary across different categories of expenses. Some items, like housing, healthcare, and education, tend to be more severely affected by inflation and can strain budgets significantly, while the price of other goods and services might increase at a slower rate. For example, think about someone who rents a place to live. A decade ago, they paid 1,500 each month, which was affordable. But over the years, inflation caused the cost of rent to go up. Now, they have to pay 2,500 each month because property prices and maintenance costs increase. This change directly affects their cost of living. With higher rent, they have less money for important things like groceries, transportation, and healthcare. To make ends meet, they may need to cut back on savings or reduce other spending.